Shaun has sort of clawed back my lead. So yeah.
Oh, someone thinks they're big.
Fish number 9 for me.
Fishing that net there, fishing my net over there. He's just putting that one into his second net.
Right then, well, welcome to another video. We are back out on the bank and you join us on the beautiful reservoir surrounded by the forest. Now, Shaun was doing last night, weren't you, fella?
I was indeed, yeah, had a nice little result, 18 fish.
18 fish, not heard of on the channel ever before, but yeah, lovely little result. I couldn't get yesterday off work, a little bit gutted, but I've come up for the day session. So we're gonna sort of fish a little bit of a kind of friendly match on 2 different techniques, but we'll talk a little bit more on that in a minute. So I've got no rods in the water. You need to sort out your rods as well. So should we get it underway?
Let's get it started, mate.
Come on then, friendly match. Right then, so tactics for this session, we're gonna fish in 2 slightly different methods in the way of, I'm gonna fish some wafters. Apparently that was a going tactic yesterday when Shaun had 18 fish, so thank you very much, mate, for allowing me taking that one. And Shaun's gonna switch all his rods over to pop-outs, and we're just gonna compare, see which one gets biggest fish, most fish, that sort of thing. Just so if you're coming down to this beautiful shearwater lake, then you can obviously sort of get some information out of it. So I'll get rid of the pop-ups, put a couple of wafters on the rods, and yeah, rig them up and let's get them out there.
Right, well, Hugh's got fish number 3 on. He's got a fish in that net there, a fish in my net over there. He's just putting that one into his second net. He's not even got a camera out yet. He's not got his GoPro on, not got the SLR out. Absolute professional. Too busy hauling and no filming. Bosh. Number 3, mate.
Number 3.
Right, rod's going back out then. Bosh.
Right then, well, this was the first one, and now we've got a fish in all 3 nets. Rather than getting it out, we're just going to slip it back and thank it for its time. There we go. Off it goes. Only a small common, lovely and dark, but yeah, only a small common, so we'll slip that one back. Right then, well, there's a third one. Lovely small little dark common, but very lively. So we'll slip him back. We'll get the second fish out, which is a slightly larger mirror, and yeah, equally beautiful. Right then, so here's that lovely mirror I was telling you about. All these 3 fish have all fallen to a PB yellow wafter. So although the sort of action's already pretty hectic, I might switch all 3 over to that. Seems to be what's doing the bites, and yeah, not surprising that on a public lake like this, yellow is doing the business. So yeah, we'll slip this one back. We need to put some more bait out, and I'm currently got no rods in the water because we've had a bream as well. So hectic start. Let's fingers crossed it continues. We can absolutely batter Shaun.
You get a nice close-up of it coming into the net, mate. That looked good. Just for... Oh, he's come on.
Right then, we'll have this very lively little common, fish number 4 for me, and wait, in fact, Shaun's just had his first of this friendly match as well. So slip this fella back and have a look at Shaun's.
Right, fish number 1 of the match for me then, and a mirror, which I'm happy with. There's a lot of commons in here, but yeah, common to pop up. So that's 4-1 to Hugh at the moment, but I'm going to try and claw it back, hopefully with a few more of these nice ones. I've got his nose stuck. There he goes. That way, mate. Well, it's got to be done, but I've kind of stitched you up a little bit. So I obviously caught 18 fish last night. If you've not watched the previous video, go and check it out. But I basically told you that I caught all those fish on fluoro wafters, whereas actually I caught them all on the Ronnie on Match to Hatch pop-up. So I've tried to stitch them up a little bit, so I'm hoping that I can continue this this little match and continue the form from last night and keep catching on the tactic that's been doing me well, whereas obviously he's sort of starting from scratch on a tactic which could end up working for him, but it might not. So I've absolutely stitched you up there, mate, so have some of that. Happy days. Oh, someone thinks they're big. This one thinks it's big. Right, this is bite number 3 for me. God, look at him go. You got rods out, have you? That's right. Oh, he's come off. God, since I started this match, I'm now losing them.
The guy's an animal, isn't he?
He's unreal, mate.
Yeah. Another bream then. Well, this is burying a bream number 3, I think. 2 in quick succession, which is rather annoying. Just put all that bait out and I wonder if that's just brought the bream in. So. Could be the issue with fishing small wafters, I suppose. You slimy, horrible creature.
Right, we've got a double look up. I'm trying to catch up with Hugh. He's taken the lead quite well after I've lost a couple. So I'm playing this very lightly, if I'm honest, and it's trying to absolutely beast me. It's also now going left, which is not ideal.
What are you doing? Having a shocker.
Really doing the waders right now. Go. Oh, that's a better one. Oh. No wonder that was hard to get in.
Yeah, better fish.
He's a better one, yeah. Don't think he had enough water. Did you film that? Right, ready? Yeah. Hang on. Oh, I'm just getting soaked. I'll just lift him up and hopefully he'll stop. Alright, ready? Alright, cool. Right, there we go, that's fish number 2 for me. Currently it is 6-2 to Hugh, but I've had a slightly bigger one. It's definitely a double, this one. So yeah, we'll let him go and see if we can get a few more. He's given me a bit of a soaking actually, so go get wet yourself, mate. 1.
Right then, so just had a couple more little comments. So number 5 and 6. So there's number 5 going back. He's gone. Right then, just getting these 2 rods back out after having fished number 6 and 7. I can't really remember, to be honest, but I think it's time to put a bit more bait out as well. Haven't really put that much in, just a few spods each fish. Right then, well, bite number 7. As you've probably seen, the release of number 6 didn't go to plan, but we want to try and bring you some different angles for once. So yeah, made the effort to stick the waders on and get in the water. And the £5 common absolutely did me, but currently only got, well, this one and one other rod fishing. As you may see, I'm keeping the rod tip down real nice and low. It's a bit of a sort of match angler style really. It's in the aim of bringing the fish up in the water, and the theory is that they sort of come in a small straight line. This one hasn't, because it's going right, so it hasn't read the manual, but I can't put any more less strain on it. Hopefully it's over the top of Shaun's rods. Well, thank you. We nearly managed to get back out the net, but happy days. Number 7 is in the cell. Happy days. So there we go then. Number 7. Slip him straight back and try and get the rods back out. Whee!
Right, I think this is bite number 5 for me. Hopefully it's going to be fish number 3. Get in that net. Bosh. Boom. Off he goes. What have we done here? Oh my god, what is going on? Woo. Right, there we go, then another fish on the score sheet. Don't know if this one's 4 or 5 now. Hugh, what you on?
7.
Hugh's on 7. So slowly sort of catching up, sort of. But anyway, yeah, nice little fish, put up a good scrap. Let's get him back, see if we get another one. How's it going? Well, it's gone past you. Oh, it's coming back. It's just behind you, mate. Might be able to get a cool shot of it going in there. I'm not saying it looks big, mate. It just looks quite thick, like as they kite through. Yeah. He don't want to come in, does he? There he is. Bosh. Come and hold it on.
It's way down. Want to make it to me now? Oh my god.
Ah, he's gone.
How many did you catch today? Just the first one or?
24, I think.
These all be the same size or small, bigger?
Probably, yeah.
Give or take, yeah. Nothing massive, nothing tiny.
Thanks.
Thank you.
No worries. Fish number 5 or 6. Little common. Just let it go. Right, well I've just had a bite on every rod, 2 bream and a carp. That one took an 18 miller.
Right then, so we thought we ought to give you a bit of an update. So it's early afternoon now and it's gone rather quiet in my swim, and by quiet I mean I haven't had a bite for about 2 hours, and it's meant Shaun has sort of clawed back my lead. So yeah, we're looking at about 7 apiece we think, so bear with us. But yeah, I need to go and have a little bit of a rethink and try and work out how I'm going to get back into this friendly match and yeah, sit in the chair in the shade and work out how I can start producing some bites again, mate.
Well, while you're doing that, I'll go sit in the shade in the bivvy and talk to you about the tactics we've been using, the rigs we've been using, because that's kind of the whole point of this video, is to obviously compare a couple of different presentations and see which one's coming out on top. So I'll go sit down, have a little chat to you about that. Well, Hugh gets his head in gear.
Yeah, I probably need to start calling up some of the big guns and trying to work out who do you reckon will answer.
Oh, I got my phone on me.
Hey, no chance. Never asking you for advice. Never at the end of it. So, right, in a bit.
So I'm just hiding from the sun in the brolly, and to be honest, wearing these waders is absolutely sweating today. It's very, very warm, but we do need to wear them to be able to wade out to net the fish, get out to some deeper water, because it is very, very shallow where we are fishing in close. So yes, unfortunately we do need to wear them, but I've come into the brolly to have a quick chat to you about the rigs we're using. Now we're both using the same rigs essentially. We are using the Ronnies. The difference being is Hugh is using the wafters and I'm on the pop-ups. Now at the moment we are 7 and 7, so it's very even Stevens, but it could change as the session goes on. My Ronnie is pretty simple, to be honest. The difference to what I would normally do is I'm actually fishing it on a helicopter rig, and that's because I don't want to be losing any leads. I don't need to drop the lead in here, and because I've been getting so many bites, I'm obviously going to end up getting through a lot of leads if I do lose them. So I've actually gone to the helicopter rig for the sole purpose I've been able to retain the lead. But because of that, I don't need such a long hook length, so I'm actually using sort of a 3 to 4 inch little boom, and then I've got my little standard Ronnie section mounted on the end of there, and that seems to be doing a job. Now, one thing that I have been doing is a little bit different, and I normally use a crank style hook. I really like them, but they tend to go, the point tends to go after single use basically. So I've actually gone to one of the ESP gripper hooks, which tend to hold their point for a couple of fish, and it means that I don't have to keep changing the rig all the time, because I've got a little selection here, but I have been getting through quite a few hook sections. But anyway, that's what's been doing the business. Obviously it's even Stevens at the moment, but it could change as we get into the evening, and one of us could maybe pull away from the other, but we will see how it goes and show you what ends up happening later in the session.
Right then, well, it's been a little while for me. In fact, it's probably been a couple of hours since I've had a bite, well, from a carp at least, but thankfully, finally, the left-hander's pulled up and gone racing off. I actually just recast the rods because I thought, well, you know, although it's pretty plain Jane out there, you never know, your rig might not be quite sitting right, and actually just doing something proactive. Didn't put any more bait out, just re-chucked all 3 rods. And yeah, sometimes that can be enough just to entice a bite, and it's obviously done it on this occasion. So probably only recast the rods 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago max, and yeah, we're into one. So fingers crossed we can land this one. It looks like it's gone under the left-hander, so that's not ideal. Yep, swing on in. Happy days. Fish number 8. Right then, well, you can probably imagine how this is going to go, but
Hey everyone.
I think one of the other rods is about to go.
Yep.
So this was fish number 8, which is an extremely lively little comment, but we wanted to try and show you. There it is. Right there, huh? Better come. Better one, that. Yeah. Right then, there we go. Fish number 9 for me. Fish 8 and 9 maybe wait a little while, but yeah, a recast and some fresh hook bait seems to have done the trick, and yeah, enticed these 2 bites. So slip this fella back, get the rods back out, and yeah, see if we can make it happen and have a few more before it's time to go later on this evening. Probably him. But you got him a line, mate.
Oh, is that yours, is that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Is it on the bank?
No, it's just down in the water now.
Right, so Hugh's not been fishing for the last couple of hours because unfortunately some lads got into his left and pretty much fished right on top of his spot, started getting bites and refused to move from fishing on top of it. So being a bigger man, he decided to reel in and lean the rods up on the tree and sort of wait for them to sort of have their fun, and then they've cleared off and he's literally got the rod straight back out and it's literally fired off straight away. So that bait he's been putting out has done the job. plenty of fish still going on that spot. I've had a couple more as well, so yeah, it's been an eventful day. I think it's probably number 10 for him now, if he gets this one in. I think I'm pretty much on the same, so happy days. Right then, I think this is either 9 or 10, not too sure. We've both pretty much lost count, but nice to have another fish. And this one come just before the fish you would have seen Hugh just playing on the bit of footage I managed to get. And I'm going to slip this one back in, and Hugh's going to get his out and show you what he's got.
Right, now we're like Shaun, I've completely lost count. I think this is fish number 10, but not 100% certain. Now we're going to call it a quits and yeah, probably head on home fairly shortly after some incidents with the neighbour, but nothing to worry about. Everyone's caught fish and everyone's a winner at the end of the day. So I think we're going to head on home. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know in the comments down below if you've enjoyed this sort of very raw and very much action because of how many fish we've caught, or if you prefer the sort of cinematic stuff, then just comment down below and let us know, so we obviously know what style of video to make for you guys. So until next time, follow us on all the social media showing down below this little cricket bat common, and until next time, get out on the bank, be lucky and enjoy your fishing. Way!